You are the light. But what does that mean? What does being the light mean? And how does that tie into your purpose as a human here for this 80, 90, 100-year journey? Holding the light means to hold an understanding. And so you can be sad, you can be all sorts of things, but at the core of it, the light that you hold, that frequency that you emanate, is an expression of love. And love is the foundation of it all. Love, light, light, love. Interchangeable. One's an emanation of the next. You shine brighter. You're a city on a hill that cannot be hidden. Shines most bright when you're acting out of love. And so what is your purpose here? Well, part of your purpose outside of what the world tells you to do, or that you should be, or that you should be doing, because man, that's confusing. And oftentimes when we get to the thing that we should be doing, we're unhappy doing it, or we don't feel fulfilled doing it. And there's no amount of money, and money's great, but money's just energy to help you do more of what you do, and money is an expression of service. And so that even is a pointer back to light, love, love, light, holding that frequency of love, of unconditional love, and letting your light shine is service, because you become an anchor. You become a node in the human grid work, the interconnectivity that we all have here on planet Earth. Your actions matter. Your state of being matters. And there is nothing wrong with having emotions. Emotions are, and especially anger. Anger gets too much of a bad rap. Emotions are a pointer, like traffic lights. Green, red, yellow. Anger, let's say red, means stop. In emotional terms, it means something's wrong. Stop with whatever's going on here. And there's such a powerful force behind anger, because something's really wrong. And so your body is screaming at you, something needs to be done, something needs to be changed, and I'm going to give you the wherewithal, the energy, the force to change that. And there's nothing wrong with that. When you're anchored in love and your light is shining brightly, anger changes. And there's a sort of righteous anger that is also produced and expressed when you see wrongdoing in the world, when you see people being taken advantage of, people being used, institutions operating in a way that take and don't and have no intention of true service or giving back, or taking advantage of people is really what it's going to come down to, basically. The expression of that is righteous anger, and that is great. And it's okay to have. And there's nothing wrong with it. Anybody tells you that you shouldn't be feeling a certain way, or if that you're not Christian or spiritual or whatever the case may be in that genre, because you shouldn't be angry. Yeah, you should. And you'll know it when you see it. But anger is expressed in different situations when you're holding on to the light of love and the love that light produces. Reciprocal, yin yang. So maybe you feel like you don't have a purpose right now. Well, your purpose is to love unconditionally. And that can be done, a good practice is to remember or think of the person that you love most. And if they're not with us now, you can think of when they were, or think of a time that you had an experience with somebody. And this is just an example. There's no right way to do this, but that person that you would do absolutely anything for, no matter what. They could do anything awful in the world to you and you would still love them. That's unconditional love. And that feeling is a frequency, and that frequency is a source of light. It's how your light shines. And when you are embodying that and you are an expression of that, there's a natural flow that happens. And that natural flow is your actions toward the world, how you look at things, how you see things, how you respond to things, and especially to others. We're here for spiritual growth and spiritual development, and that comes through relationship. And that relationship with others is best fostered and carried forward and taught, learned by holding that frequency of unconditional love, letting go of the need to be right. And that's something that'll naturally happen when you're operating out of unconditional love. Speaking the truth, and truth and love are something that go hand in hand. They're inextricably linked. One does not exist without the other. And your purpose becomes one of really big magnitude. And it's not something that's celebrated by the world, but it's something that you notice, and it's something that's going to change your reality for the best way. And it's something that's going to reflect in the world by having that world that you literally create within your sphere of influence, your little bubble, your reality experience, which we all 8 billion, 9 billion people are having here, running out a script as the main actor in our own little individual life movie. And we need to remember that too, that not everybody has the same perspective, but love bridges that gap because it is a commonly held theme with all of us. It's the architecture of what we're built on, and it's what connects us all, and it's what heals us all. So if you hold that frequency, that thought, that memory of that person that you would do anything in the world for, and let that be your anchor to unconditional love. And as you go about your day, remember that feeling. And when you hold that frequency and you hold that feeling, your light shines, and that purpose then begins to unfold in a beautiful way. Even if you're unemployed, or even if you make, Elon Musk kind of money. And if you don't like him, it's okay. I love the guy. The point is, sorry. The point is that the things in the world don't matter, but the things in the world that help us to get what we want tend to unfold and tend to come to us a little bit easier and in the right way when we are mapped to that frequency of unconditional love. And we help others to do the same. And that's a big purpose, and that's a noble purpose, and it's one that gets overlooked too often. So as you go about mingling with people tomorrow and lighting stuff on fire, which is awesome, hold on to that flame, that light, that sparkling beauty that is love. And remember that the need to be right is not as important as the need to connect, to bridge, to understand, and to help heal automatically just by being a good servant, a listening ear, and just acting naturally when you're in that state of unconditional love. It takes practice. You have to come back to it frequently, but remember that time, that moment, that person, and let that be your emotional state as you go about your day. Do this on a regular basis, and it becomes your natural frequency, and your light becomes one that is so bright that the universe, God, everything around you, everybody around you will start to open up to you in ways that you can't believe, you couldn't imagine, and you couldn't even hope for until it starts happening. God put you here because you have a beautiful purpose and a beautiful path, and one that's noble, and one that helps you as much as it does others. And that's just to love. And that's to hold that frequency of light, love, love, light, and to anchor that in. And when you do, you help bring heaven down to earth. You literally do. I hope that helps. I love you, and I mean that. And I hope you have an amazing 4th of July weekend. Remember love, act from that state, and you will will literally change the world and everybody around you without trying. That's it. Love you. Bye.